We will start here in this standing position with our feet hip width apart and our knees slightly bent, our pelvis neutral, and our weight shifted slightly forward. The hands will be in this low waist height position with the fingertips facing one another and the hands as wide as the shoulders. For each of these poses, we're going to be doing 3 breaths where we inhale and expand the belly and exhale and draw the belly in. And then after the 3rd breath, we'll hold the belly in while we do 3 more breaths, expanding the rib cage. So here's breath number 1. Inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in. And then we'll inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in as you raise the arms to chest height. And we'll do 1 more breath. Inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in, and raise your arms up overhead. Now we're going to hold the belly in as we breathe into the rib cage for 3 more breaths. So breathing in, expanding the rib cage, keeping that lower abdomen engaged. You can also engage the pelvic floor muscle if you want to here. And then we'll exhale and lower the arms back down. Now on the inhale, we'll expand the belly and we're going to rotate the hands upwards. And then we'll exhale, draw the belly in and rotate the hands down. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, rotating the arms. 1 more time. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw the belly in. And we'll hold this for a couple inhales and exhales through the rib cage. On the 2nd exhale, we're just going to move the hands back to that low waist height position. We'll do 1 more breath, and then on the exhale of the 3rd breath, we'll start to transition to the hinge position. So the hands will move towards just above the knees, and we'll repeat that sequence. So we'll inhale, let the belly expand. Exhale, draw the belly in for 3 breaths. Inhale, expanding the belly and ribs. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. And 1 last breath. We'll inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine. And then we'll transition to the lunge position. So on the next exhale, we'll slide the right leg back and we'll come into this partial lunge pose. You can keep the left hand on top of the left thigh. The right arm is placed as before in that low waist position with the fingertips pointing in and the elbow slightly bent. We'll do 3 breaths here. So inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in. We'll inhale again, expand the belly. On the exhale, you're going to raise your right arm up to chest height, keeping the arm in a slightly bent, rounded position. Last breath, inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the hand up over the head as you draw the belly in. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. So holding the belly in as you inhale, expanding the rib cage. Exhale, growing through the crown of the head for 3 breaths, pressing the left hand into the top of the left thigh. At the end of that 3rd breath, we're going to transition back to the hinge position. So you'll bring the right arm back. You'll slide the hands down to the top of the thighs. This time we'll round and look at the belly. Just doing a couple rest breaths here. So we'll just inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in. We'll do that for 2 breaths, and then we're going to do the lunge pose on the opposite side. So step the left leg back and we'll press the right hand into the right thigh, and the left hand is just placed down at the waist height. We'll do 3 breaths here. So inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in. On the next exhale, you'll raise the left hand up to chest height as you draw the belly in. Then we'll inhale, expand the belly, exhale, draw the belly in, bring the left arm up overhead, and we'll hold this position for 3 breaths, breathing into the rib cage, exhaling and growing through the crown of the head. At the end of that 3rd breath, we'll come back to the hinge pose, rounding the neck, looking at the belly button. We'll do a decompression breath here. So just inhale, expanding the belly and drawing the belly in on the exhale for 2 breaths, pressing the hands into the thighs. And now we'll lower down to the hands and knees position. So slowly transitioning on our exhales. In this position, the hands are as wide as the mat, fingertips facing one another, elbows are slightly bent. Toes are pressed into the mat and weight is shifted slightly forward. Eyes are gazing down straight at the mat. We'll do 3 breaths here. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in. We'll do one more breath. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly button in. You can also engage the pelvic floor as you draw the belly in if you'd like. At the end of that third breath, we'll hold the belly in and we'll do 3 breaths through the rib cage. So expanding the rib cage on your inhale, exhale, growing through the crown of the head. At the end of that third breath, we're going to transition to the seated position. In the seated position, we will cross the legs and we're going to place our hands on our knees, fingertips facing one another, elbows slightly rounded. Again, we'll do 3 breaths here. So inhale, expand, exhale, draw the belly in, pressing the hands into the tops of the thighs and growing through the crown of the head on the exhale. One more breath. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, engaging the pelvic floor if you'd like. And we're going to hold this as we press the hands into the thighs and grow for 3 breaths into the rib cage. Then we'll inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in, this time bringing the right arm to chest height. And we'll hold that for 2 rib cage breaths. So we'll hold the belly in, and we'll inhale and expand the rib cage for 2 breaths. Then we'll exhale, bring the right arm down. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, bring the left arm up to chest height as you draw the belly in, and we'll hold this for 2 rib cage breaths, pressing the right arm into the right thigh, growing to the crown of the head. At the end of that second breath, we'll bring the left arm down. And then on the next exhale, we'll just transition to the left side lying position where we will end this flow in this great position for the baby to just lay in this runner's pose position on our left side. You can place a pillow between the knees and just try to get the belly down as much as you can. Here you can just close your eyes, relax, and do a few breaths. You can also do a few extra Kegel exercises here or pelvic floor activations if you feel like it. And you can just stay here as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me for this flow. I hope this is a great routine you can do quickly in your pregnancy to keep your core and pelvic floor muscles strong, improve your posture, and also optimize position of the uterus with that decompression breathing. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for more flows like this and just help in your pregnancy and postpartum days. I hope the rest of your pregnancy goes so well and you have an amazing birth experience. Please be sure to check out my book on preparing for natural birth, which will be released this year in 2025. You got this, mama. Hi, I'm Sierra. I am a doctor of physical therapy specializing in pelvic health, physical therapy, specifically women's health, treating all pelvic floor and abdominal related conditions for the past 8 years, and I have loved every minute of it. 2 years ago, I learned about low pressure fitness training, and I knew this would be a great addition to what I was already doing in the world of pelvic health. Low pressure fitness training uses a reduced pressure in the intra-abdominal cavity to lift the intra-abdominal organs, reflexively engage your pelvic floor muscles, and optimize the function of the core and pelvic floor. Low pressure fitness training uses hypopressive breathing, which means breathing that optimizes the pressure inside the intra-abdominal cavity. By breathing into your rib cage, you're reflexively reducing pressure through the pelvic floor muscles, which allows them to work at an optimal level and also optimizes the alignment of your intra-abdominal organs. This type of breathing can also relieve low back pain, pelvic pain, SI joint pain. This is a great exercise to also improve your posture, reduce your waistline, and just feel lighter and better overall. Low pressure fitness training is great for everyone. I specifically like to use this for my postpartum women who have gone through pregnancy and labor and delivery and just need to get back to how they were feeling before they had their baby. Low pressure fitness is a great, safe way to exercise after you've had your baby. It's also great as we're aging and going through menopause. I hope that you enjoy these videos on my channel. Please subscribe to this channel for more content like this that's just there to help you and your postpartum recovery. I also have tons of free resources on my website that are related to pelvic health. Please be sure to check that out. I will link my website in the description of this video. Okay, thanks again for joining.